What's up, everybody? We're back again. Another episode of the FloresHip podcast with your host, Sam, me, Flo, Dflo, Daniel, whatever you want to call me. It doesn't matter. Just don't call me Danny.
Look, guys, when you're looking at us, you see right here, look, point at yours too. Right there, you see, that's how you can follow us on Instagram, see what we're doing, but also follow the FloresHip podcast and keep up with what we're doing. We've had some great interviews, some great guests. We have some more great guests coming up. And with every passing episode, our goal is to continue to improve. Flo, you've been doing such a great job. I just, we've already knocked out a few episodes together. I just wanted to say thank you for joining the FloresHip podcast team. But I say that knowing that you yourself are creative, like you got something going on, you do your music thing, you've been doing it for a long time. And our paths happened to cross right at the time when you were working on a new project. And so if you're looking at this right here, Beauty Awaits Dflo Music. You can find that on Spotify. And you tell us a little bit about your music journey. Let's start there. Like, when did it start? What have you done? Just quick clips. And then we're going to jump into this. We're going to allow the people watching us to kind of listen to a bit of your music. It won't get cut on YouTube, right?
Okay. It shouldn't.
Because I know the person that made it.
No, yeah, we should be good.
I mean, like, you really, bro? Really?
Nah. If it gets flagged on YouTube, I'm sorry.
It's someone else.
Yeah. I will try to make this very long story as short as possible.
And we're gonna do your story one day. We'll give you more time, but because I want to make this episode about the album.
Right. So I mean, my music journey has been a long one. It's really, really been a really long one. Not a lot of people know that, probably. I'm still, I still feel like I'm in a beginner stage, even though I've been doing it for really like a decade, longer than a decade, 10, 15 years now, where I've been writing music, recording music.
So you started when you were 1?
Yeah, right, yeah. 10, 15 years now, probably. I really started doing it probably like recording. I started recording in about 2008, maybe, somewhere around there, where I started recording, but actually doing it seriously with like a real intention, probably not until like 2013 or 14.
Doing music, what's one of your one of the toughest lessons you had to learn, and then to finish, like, one of your great lessons, one of your great experiences?
This is kind of the nerdy side of it, I guess. I don't know, but like, I never paid anybody or did anything to like record me. So I invested all of that into myself. So I invested all that into my recording equipment. So one of the biggest lessons I had to learn was how to like navigate that. I didn't know what I was doing. I just bought it all, went to literally Guitar Center. I spent my first tax check ever.
Really?
My first tax return ever. I took all that money, and shout out to Justin Davis, by the way. He was like that.
I thought you were going to say shout out to the U.S. government. No.
No, shout out to my boy Justin, who kind of was like, he was kind of the one that gave me the like, hey, you're writing a lot of stuff. Why don't you record it? So he was the first one that kind of planted that seed. So shout out to him.
Why didn't you want to become like a poet or like someone that just writes? When did the music aspect come into it?
Always, actually. Yeah.
Who'd you listen to? Who was like the biggest influence maybe that you like, man, I like what he's doing. I want to experience that.
So as a kid, it was like the first rapper I can ever remember listening to as a kid is like, this is gonna sound crazy maybe, but Heavy D. I just remember vividly my cousin listening to Heavy D, and I was a little kid. That's like a vivid memory in my brain. I can remember being in my cousin's room, my older cousin's room. He's a teenager at the time. I'm like a little kid, and I can vividly remember being in his room. And he had a song that was called "The Girls They Love Me," and the song says, "The girls they love me, and I'm the overweight lover, Heavy D." That's the lyrics to the song. Well, my family called me Baby D as a kid.
Yeah, so you like that song.
Well, my cousin flipped it and told me, he'd said, I'm the underweight. I was little. I've always been little. Yeah. But he flipped it and said it was about me. And so I think maybe that's where the connection got, because I was like, as a kid, I didn't know that. I was like, there's a song about me?
Yeah.
And so ever since then, it was just off to the races. Tupac, like, my parents wouldn't let me listen to it, but my neighbor listened to hip-hop music. So Tupac, Biggie, and then as I got older, got into like No Limit, so like just everything you could think of. Jay-Z, then the Houston stuff, and then I came across like underground hip hop, and it was over after that.
Yeah, and that's where you're at now. You think more underground type stuff.
Yeah.
So behind us right here, we have Beauty Awaits. It's your newest album. There's 6 tracks on it. How long did you work on this before you released it?
Not that long. I mean, I could actually, even if I wanted the timestamp, but I could figure it out when I started writing it. But I mean, probably about February.
Okay.
So when you think about it, it's really not that long. Late January, February. I kind of made a promise to myself this year that I was just gonna put out music.
Yeah.
You know.
Tell me a little bit about the album cover. It looks a little bit eerie.
Yep.
It's a night scene, but tell me what the image is and why Beauty Awaits as the title for the album.
So that picture is not really close to me, but that picture I took it myself on my iPhone back in. That picture was taken in October of 22, I think, and that's my fiance's hometown. That's the ranch they live on.
Oh, okay.
So it's out in Mexico. And so, I mean, I don't know. I just, something about that, so here's something about me that might
zoom in.
Something about me that might be nerdy, but I'm very fascinated by trees. I love trees.
I thought you were gonna say that your glasses were fake. No, I'm joking. I just want to get a laugh at you. Okay, trees, and obviously there's a tree in here.
There's a tree there.
It has more significance than one would know. But what is that? Explain it to me a little bit more.
I wish I could really, really put a finger on it, but for me, like, trees represent life, and just like they grow, they shed their leaves. They're like human. They represent life for me in general. Mm-hmm. They grow, they get old, they die. Like, it's just, so I don't know, something about trees. I've just always been fascinated by trees, so I love trees. And then the rocks and the gravel and the dirt, and it's not a scene that you would say is typically when you think of beauty.
Yeah, no.
But to me, it is. You know,
that's scary.
There's the trees, there's the moon in the background. So I just found beauty in that picture, and I think that's really what the title is about. It's not about, like, when you think beauty, like these extravagant, like the beach and things like that.
Yeah.
That's not what, to me, that's not the journey of life. And so when I say Beauty Awaits, it's just kind of like there's beauty in everything, even the hard, the struggle, the failures, you know. So that's kind of where it came from.
Okay, so we're gonna introduce people to a few tracks.
All right.
Give me the name of each track. Like, there's only 6, so that's what I'm saying. Read the title of all 6, and then we're gonna go through maybe 3 or 4 of them in this episode. But what are some of the names in there?
I mean, I can give you all 6.
Yeah.
It starts with One Thought, No Lies, Make a Way, It's All Right, Still, and Hold On. So that's all 6, and it's only 20 minutes worth of music. So I mean, that's something you could. That's a drive to work, or, you know. And I did it like that on purpose. In today's society, we live in a attention spans are kind of short. So
20 minutes. Okay, which one are you going to play for us first? Give us the title and give us a brief introduction to it, and then as it's playing, I might jump in, I might not, but I want y'all that are watching to just listen to it, you know, and then go on Spotify or anywhere else.
Yep.
And just type in Dflo Music and download it, subscribe it, buy it. I don't even know what the going rate is at the moment, but just stream it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Help my boy raise his streaks. I think it's like $4,000 for every 1 million streams or something.
Is that really?
I don't know. I just think it's funny because no one really knows.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get the stream count up. All right, tell me about the first one.
I mean, let me ask you this first. How many do you want to play?
Let's do 3.
Let's do 3? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Then we'll go.
But we're not going to play them back to back. We're going to listen and talk about it.
Okay. Perfect. Let's go with, we'll go with Make a Way, I guess.
Make a Way. Tell me a little bit about why you named it that. What story or experience caused you to write that?
So that song actually goes, I think this is relatable for a lot of people, but it goes back to, like, when I was working like a desk job.
Yeah.
You know, it's about, you know, just hoping to find another way out.
Got it. Why'd you name it that? Why didn't you name it Desk Job Sucks?
Yeah.
No, I'm just
Actually, the crazy thing is I have an old project.
Am I having too much fun?
No.
Okay.
The crazy thing about it is I actually have an old project called "Don't Quit Your Day Job." So that's what. So it's just a song. I mean, we've here check it out.
All right, guys, y'all stay tuned. Just listen to it and then pop the thing up because I'm gonna stop it as we go.
I got you.
Here we go, man. 3, 2, and
1. Make a way. Oh, it's already turned up. We're good. Yeah. I know I'm not the only one that feels this way. We fight, we work through the day, feeling like this will all be okay. But sometimes I start losing faith. I bow my head and I say, Lord, just make a way for me. Lord, can you make a way for me? So if you're out there, can you pray for me? Lord, please just make a way for me. Yeah. Look, 9 to 5, another day, sitting at this desk job. I know that I'm blessed, God, and I'm trying to do my best job. I make it through the day with all these thoughts in my brain. So when I get off, I just gotta let this stress off. Makes me wanna.
Let me stop you right there. This is a great. Okay, make a way.
Yep.
You talk about your day job. You talk about doing some stuff, and you're like, I just feel like when you're singing it, when you releasing it, like there's a weight or like this heavy emotion. What are you feeling? Because it's one thing to write it, produce it, master it. What are you feeling at this point when you're writing? Because I feel like, man, that's pretty heavy, not only for you but for a lot of people. That's the reality. Yep.
I mean, for me, that's exactly what it is. I use music as like a journal nowadays, and so like for me, that's a way to release it. And like it had to have been on a day where I was just stressed from work, you know, because most of the time I write after work or in the early mornings or whatever. But you know, it's just I'm feeling exactly what I'm writing. That stress, that just I got to get this off me. I have to get this off me. And the crazy thing is, I said it in there too. Is like I know that I'm blessed, but I still got to get this stress off, you know. See, like, you see, I wanna love this life and not just live the life I gotta live. I'll be real, it gets hard to keep it positive when you out here trying to make a play, make a move, make a difference, but there's not enough time in the day. They tell me keep on grinding and you gon' find your way. Okay, it's like I wanna believe it, I really hope it's true. I hate admitting I'm stuck and don't know what to do. So Lord, I'm calling on you, and if I'm lacking faith, give me eyes to see the path that's made for me to navigate. We fight, we work through the day, feeling like this will all be okay. But sometimes I start losing faith. I bow my head and I say, Lord, just make a way for me. Lord, can you make a way for me? So if you're out there, can you pray for me? Lord, please just make a way for me. Yeah. I've been starting my morning sitting in solitude, brain racing, thinking about all the things that I gotta do. To-do list getting like a mile long. Another task, another job getting piled on, and still I keep a smile on. Discipline, when you tired, do it. And when this life gets hard, you gotta smile through it. It's a marathon and they keep adding miles to it. Think about the joy and all the glory when I finally do it. Cause it's a guaranteed loss if you never fight. Feel like my son and wife, they deserve a better life. They held me down when them times was rough. I lay my head and ask myself, did I grind enough? See, I've been searching, but ain't finding much. But look, this is what I know. We reaping what we sow. So I gotta plant a seed and water that to see it grow. And God, if you with me, take me where I need to go. Flow. We fight, we work through the day, feeling like this will all be okay. But sometimes I start losing faith. I bow my head and I say, Lord, just make a way for me. Lord, can you make a way for me? So if you have to
talk to me a little bit about this, the words in this song. Like, how long ago did you write this? Because you could also have wrote something years ago before you even make it into a song. But when did you write this? What was going on during that time?
This was just written recently, actually. But those are feelings and thoughts that I carry, that I've carried for a long time. You know, and I'm sure I'll carry again at some point. But I mean, that was probably written with maybe early March, somewhere around there. March, April, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
But it had to have been March, early March, somewhere around there. But yeah, those are thoughts and feelings that I carry all the time. I think sometimes as a creative too, for me, like it's like I have these ambitions and these hopes and these dreams to do more, and I'm stuck in a place that sometimes I'm like, is this where I'm called to be? And so I think that's where the words come in, like, Lord, can you like make a way for me? Because or maybe this is the way.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those battles and those things that I face all the time. That like, I want to do more. I'm trying to do more. I'm working to do more, and I don't know if it's working.
Yeah.
And so, like, can you just make a way for me? Like, let me know if this is the way. It's almost really just a cry to, like, let me know if this is the right way.
The topic, it just feels like it can relate to a lot of people's daily struggle. Mm-hmm. When someone hears this, what's the feeling that you're trying to give them? What are you trying to help yourself realize that you're hoping other people realize? Because there's lifetimes that we go through, and there's just no way out. Like, whether it be the job or the situation is going to last longer than you want, and you kind of just have to show up every day. What's the hope that your own song or just releasing those words that it gives you?
My hope is that for me, I mean, for one, my hope always with my music in general is that, like, let people know that they're not alone, right?
Yeah.
And this is for anybody out there that feels the same way and maybe can't articulate it, that doesn't really have I don't want to say the knowledge or whatever. They're just not their way of articulating it. But that when they hear it in words, because I know in the past for me, you've heard songs and it's like, man, that's exactly what I'm feeling. And so somebody out there feels the same exact way that I do, and I just didn't know how to say it. And so with my music, it's just a hope that, like, it touches somebody that, like, okay, we're in this together. Yeah. We're in this fight together, and there is a way for you. There's a way out. And sometimes it's just writing or whatever that way is. But if just for a moment I can remove somebody from their situation, then I'm cool with that. That's the hope.
Yeah. How long you have left on that song?
It's over. It's pretty much over. Yeah.
You mentioned the word solitude in there, mm-hmm. where maybe, I don't know what goes on in your head, but for a lot of people, when they're in solitude, they think of, like, the worst things become worse. The stresses become more real. Like, there's so much negative things that get birthed or nurtured in our solitude. Mm-hmm. But it sounds like as if it's like a positive thing for you. How would you describe solitude? What advice would you give to someone that's kind of struggling with it, that it's not producing something good?
So I struggle with it too.
Yeah.
But for me, what I'm trying to do, what I'm attempting to do, what I'm aiming to do when I sit in solitude is to just calm my brain, calm my mental, kind of like meditating, to just calm it all. It's that moment, maybe it's just 5 minutes, maybe it's 10 minutes, where I can just sit in silence and be with God and be with my thoughts and not have to worry about them so much. Because right after that, I say, I've been starting my morning sitting in solitude. My brain's racing, thinking about all the things that I got to do. And so that's really my attempt with solitude, is to be able to sit there for a moment and just be present with myself.
It's hard to do.
It's really hard, though. It's still hard. It's still hard. It's not something that I've got, like, I don't.
You're a master class over the subject.
Don't think like, oh yeah, he's so zen and he's that. No, like, I sit there and sometimes my brain is racing and I can't get it together, where I can't just calm my mind. But that's the attempt.
So whenever you can't calm your mind and maybe the stress is a bit high, is that an opportunity for you to write, or do you have to be present and kind of mellow to write? Like, what's the best time for you to write?
There's several different ways. I mean, the best time for me to write is I like a big time block personally.
Yeah.
Don't always get that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm working on that too. Like, just whatever time you have, use it, utilize it. But I like a big time block, and I like to be, like, by myself, locked away, no distractions. So the morning works well, or like right when I get home from work. Yeah.
Cue up the next one. Give us the title of the next. Guys, y'all gonna be mad. You're gonna be like, Sam, quit talking, quit cutting. I'm doing it on purpose, just so y'all know, because I want y'all to go and listen to it. on Spotify or Apple Music? Where do you prefer people listen to it? How do you prefer?
Any way you can get it. It doesn't. Yeah, anyway.
Okay.
There's Spotify, Apple Music, pretty much any streaming platform is there. It should be there. It ain't about stream counts for me. I just want people to listen to it and enjoy it and take it in.
Cool. All right. Next one. What's the title? Tell me a little intro for the next one.
We'll go with Steel. This was the only reason I'm playing Steel.
Steel like steady or steel like metal?
Steel like steady. Like
got it.
Steel like you'll see. But I'm gonna go with this one because this was the only reason why. This was the first song I wrote for this entire project. So
what number does that come in on?
It's
there?
actually number 5.
Number 5. Okay.
Yeah, but we're gonna go with this one just based off the timeline because I want to. Well, we'll just see.
I'll let this play through a little bit more, guys. Y'all, there you go. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Failed Podcast with my boy Flo. We're listening to Beauty Awaits. Let's try to do the radio thing.
Yeah, hey, that worked. Sounded good.
More than just a thought, man, it's something I can feel. Manifest these dreams, got to treat them like they real. Plenty time they told me give it up and I should chill, but that won't stop me still. It's more than just a thought, man, it's something I can feel. Manifest these dreams, got to treat them like they real. Plenty time they told me give it up and I should chill, but that won't stop me still. Yeah. Look, change around the corner, I can feel it in my bones. Looking at my son, man, that boy been getting grown. I'm back to writing raps, the only thing I've ever known. Wish this pen could lift us up and place us in a better home. But for now, I'm giving thanks. Still, I'm keeping faith. We got love, we got mercy, we got grace. Things you can't replace. If this is all just a race, I'm sitting last place, but I'm picking up the pace. I just hope it ain't too late. Control what you control. Sit down and just create. Make it something that is great. I might not be one of them rappers that hit the Grammy stage, but that ain't the goal. It's only to keep my family straight. If you hating that, I can't relate. These weirdos think it's wrong to have belief and feel you can't be great. Man, that's a deep prison. Cause if you feel that, you need a better belief system. It's more than just a thought, man, it's something I can feel. Manifest these dreams, got to treat them like they real. Plenty time they told me give it up and I should chill, but that won't stop me still. It's more than just a thought, man, it's something I can feel. Manifest these dreams, got to treat them like they real. Plenty time they told me give it up and I should chill, but that won't stop me still. I've been working on improving myself. Cold tubs and supplements, some things to do with my health. See, for a minute, I was stuck, lost, losing myself. Needed help that never came, so had to do it myself. And now I'm back at the starting line. Ain't got the hardest rhymes, but in the end, this is for me, and this heart is mine. If you never search for purpose, then it's hard to find. If you wanna reach the top, you gotta start to climb. Ooh, feel like I'm preaching too much. Put my faith into my efforts, I believe and I trust that with the work comes reward. This is what it is, man. Life's about the journey, gotta know what to explore. Every single step will teach you something, building life skills. If you don't choose your path, then this life will. There never comes a day when the work's done, cause even losses give you something you can learn from. It's more than just a thought, man, it's something I can feel. Manifest these dreams, got to treat them like they real. Plenty time they told me give it up and I should chill, but that won't stop me still. It's more than just a thought, man, it's something I can feel. Manifest these dreams, got to treat them like they real. Plenty time they told me give it up and I should chill, but that won't stop me still.
That was Steel from Beauty Awaits on Flo's new album. Okay, awesome. Few questions about this one.
Absolutely.
There's some good stuff in there, man. You motivated me to do better, man. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm trying to do.
Why haven't you quit?
Because I love it.
Because it seems like there's always enough reasons to quit. What keeps you going? What made you write this? It's not your first. You have other music that's out there. You've had ups and downs, and sometimes this is the crazy part. Sometimes the downs are real, but you haven't heard them enough. Some of the positives were good, but why haven't you quit?
It's just something. There's a certain feeling that I get when I do music that nothing else gives me. And every time I take a break, every time I let it go for a long time, something pulls me back. You know, if you would have told me at my age, if you'd have told me that at this age I was still rapping, back in the day, I would have told you, ain't no way.
Really?
Yeah, I would have said, no way, I'm not gonna rap that long.
Yeah.
But I can't stop, man. I can't stop even if I try. It's just something. I think there's things in all of our lives, and if you haven't found this in your life, I hope whoever's listening finds it. Mm-hmm. There's something in our lives that just feel things that fill you up, that just feel right, that just give you. It's a feeling you can't explain, but you know that it's right.
What fills you up, day in and day out?
Things like my family, that fills me up. The music. There is nothing in my life that makes me like when I am in that zone, writing a song, writing out my thoughts, expressing my thoughts through rhymes. There's nothing in my life that can compare to that. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, it's just a creative expression. I feel is like one of the most important parts of my life. Like I need it to function and do well in any other area in my life.
You mentioned your son and the things that you do on Instagram. You release a few like off the cuff type thing. What would you call those? Just like real rap sessions, flow sessions, or something?
Yeah, I mean, really, that's just me trying to stay in shape, writing. Like, you know.
So you working out, you release those.
Flexing that right.
You mentioned him a lot. Mm-hmm. You mentioned him in this song. So what is your hope for your son? Not only because you're raising him as a dad, but also like you're obviously writing in a way that you want it to impact him. Yep. What's your hope for him, through your talent, through what you're doing?
I think that's a good segue to the last song I wanted to play, honestly.
Perfect.
Because I'm already feeling like I'm getting a little emotional thinking about it. No, please don't. But no, because I think this last song that I'm about to play, I wrote this last song for exactly what you just asked me about.
So talent is it's a heck of a thing, man. If talent gifts, if you're not careful, they just feed the ego, and then the ego gets so big that it just loses control. Mm-hmm. It seems as if your talent and what you do and how you see your gift, you treat it with respect. And so what is the purpose of your talent? You're releasing this obviously for a reason, it might be for fun or a hobby, but you put a lot of work into it. Here it is, we're talking about it. What's your purpose for your talent?
I don't know if I've actually found the answer to that yet.
Mm-hmm.
What I feel like it is, though, is to help those around me and to leave something behind. That's how I treat it now. There was a time where it was about like becoming
cash
something.
Money.
Yeah, something. Becoming an artist.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm just asking.
And I would love to. I did it for a year at one point in my life, and I would love to. There was nothing more that I would love to live off the gift. But I think my purpose is to just honor that gift. Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm a person of faith. And I feel like God puts things in your life that He gives you gifts and talents, and it's up to us. What we do with it is how we give it back to Him. Yeah. And so I just want to honor that gift, and that's where I've been at in the last year, maybe, and not even really, maybe even just this past, literally this year, like 2024. I've been in the space of just honor that gift. And if you have a gift, it could go away.
No, yeah.
So honor it as often as possible. And so that's kind of been the mission and the purpose with it. And crazy enough, I'm having the most fun.
Good.
I got the most joy with music that I've had, recording it and putting it out that I've had in a long time.
Yeah.
And so forget however many, the stream counts, all that. It's great, and I love it. If people listen to it, that's amazing. Yeah. But this is me honoring the gift and using that.
But do me a favor, just stream.
Yeah, go ahead. Listen to it, please. But
what's the title of the next one?
The next one is called "Hold On," and you asked me about my son, and so we'll talk about it after.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna do the radio thing. This time, don't interrupt me, bro.
My bad. I won't. My bad.
Okay,
my bad.
Go ahead. Push play. This is "Hold On" from the new album from Dflo. Beauty Awaits.
See, this one goes out to all my loved ones and anyone I've ever come across on this journey. If you've shown love or support to me, I want you to know that I love you. And this one's for you. Yeah. I had to pause for a moment before I wrote this. Cause I ain't know how to start it or what to say to you. So first off, I'm grateful for all the moments. I just hope in this life you find the things that God made for you. Pursue your passion, I hope you know that I did the same. Keep your drive, stay up in your lane. Along the way, you'll hear a lot of chatter from people that wasn't in the game. Don't let them in your brain, boy, always do your thing. Lift your name and honor that. Got your jersey, play with pride for the name on the front, but also on the back. You know that love always runs strong. Apologize and hold your head if you done wrong. There's some bridges that should never get burned. Don't be scared to make mistakes, always lessons to learn. Know that patience is a gift, it's gonna take some time to win. Remember, if you fall, get back up and try again. I don't know what happens next for me on the road up ahead. But when I'm gone, I hope you hold on to some things that I said. I just hope you hold on. I just hope you hold on. I hope you hold on to love. Yeah, look, I don't know what happens next or how long life lasts. I just pray I'm doing good and on the right path. I know I'm working on habits that make me better, but I wasted lots of time just thinking I live forever. God been testing to see if I stay in line. It finally feels like my efforts and faith align for real. See, anything worth having gonna take some time, cause even diamonds need pressure to go and make them shine. The truth always comes to light, even your kept secrets. Throughout my life, experience been the best teacher. And when things fall apart, you see who's really with you. See, when you back to square one, that's when it really hits you. You can pack it all up and say it's time to end, or you can find a way to win and try and rise again. So as long as there's breath in my lungs, I'ma fight for what I love till God say that I'm done. I don't know what happens next for me on the road up ahead. But when I'm gone, I hope you hold on to some things that I said. I just hope you hold on. I hope you hold on to love. I just hope you hold on. I hope you hold on to love. Look, I wanna take this time to remind you that you're special. Cause no matter what this world tells you, you've already been accepted. You don't need outside validation or inspiration. Just hold on to what you love until its expiration. So to my beautiful wife, my son and future kids, my niece, my nephew, my sister, my brother-in-law, my parents, and all my family and friends, I want you to know that you give me beautiful reason to live. So I hope in the end what you're choosing is love. You see, it's always been love and always will be. See, I didn't write this song for the world, I wrote this in hopes that when I'm no longer here, you can play it and still feel me. But see, the message is love, and it always will be. I don't know what happens next for me on the road up.
That's the last chorus?
Yep.
But when I'm gone, I hope you hold on.
My man. I want you to talk like that on the pod, bro. no more normal talking. That was great. I heard the word love in there so much. Mm-hmm. Love is such a powerful word. What do you do to make that word real? I know that's a deep question, but just like in the making of this album, what made you do that? How does love show up in your life where you're like, this is real? I don't even have to say it. This is love.
I think it's just how you show up and how your actions, your choices, you know. I can't say that I love music, but only write when I'm motivated or inspired, you know?
Yeah.
I can't say that I love my son and my wife, but not do the things that it takes to nurture that relationship, to grow that relationship. I can't say I love my son and not be there, you know, be present. And so I think it shows up. I think love shows up by the actions or your daily actions. Yeah. You know, I can't say I love myself and not take care of my body and take care of my, you know, so I think that's where, for me, it's just showing up for the things that I say I care about as much as possible and always. And so that song, it's crazy. Not a lot of people are talking about it, and I thought they would be, but it doesn't even matter because like that whole first verse was literally just a message to my son. I wrote that whole first verse as a message to my son. Yeah. And he doesn't really know that yet, but he will, and that's what I wrote it for.
Fall and get back up. It was a verse in there. Mm-hmm. What would you say, not only to your son, but other sons around his age, you know, growing up, experiencing a lot of new things? What would you say to them so that that like fall and get back up is more real, but not only real, but it's like it's in their plays, man. Like this, they know that they can do it.
That me saying that, it hits me because that's something that I've already ingrained in my son, because I've been saying that to him since he was a baby.
Yeah.
Literally since before he could speak, I've been telling him, when you fall, get back up and try again. Yeah. He can recite it to you now. He'll be so mad when he does something wrong, and I'll be like, what do we do when we fall? Mm-hmm. It makes him so mad when I say that to him now, but he'll answer, get back up and try again. So I've been saying that to him for so long, and to see him just, he can recite it like that. But for me, it was just it's what my life has been. Mm-hmm. It's what so many people's lives have been. It's not just me. Yeah. You know, there's been so many times where you fall literally and have to get back up and try again. Yeah,
imagine if we fell and didn't get up. We just a bunch of humans just laid down at the bottom of some stairs and
So there's moments where you literally fall, but then there's moments too where, like, you know, kind of metaphorically you fall. Like maybe you fail in business, you fail in a relationship. I know I have, you know. Mm-hmm. My son is, I'm not married to his mother anymore. Yeah. You know, divorced. That's falling. Yeah. That's falling. That's really falling.
But you got back up.
But you got back up and tried again. And so that's just something that I always say. It's ingrained in myself. I say it to my son all the time. That's why I put it in there too. That's why the line says, remember, if you fall, get back up and try again. Because that was a verse to my son. That whole, everything that I wrote in that first verse was all to my son. Yeah.
So. What's something that you learned, a new lesson that came out from the making of this album?
This is not people have said this before. This is not something that I made up myself, but sometimes done is better than perfect.
Yeah, I agree. I've been hearing that lately.
Yeah, and so that's kind of like one of the big lessons that I took from this, is because I'm one of those that's like, I didn't put out music for almost like a year and a half, almost 2 years, because it was like, it's not perfect. Oh yeah. It's not right. It's like, I don't know if they're gonna like it. I don't know. And this one, it was just like, hey man, I made these 6 songs. I'm gonna put it. It's done. Yeah. Let's put it out.
Could you perform these live?
Absolutely.
You're ready, like you've done it, you got experience, you can make that happen?
Oh, I could make that, yeah. I could perform it live. I mean, I would have to rehearse and whatnot, but I mean, yeah, I could perform it next week if I had to. Yeah. Dude,
well, I hope you enjoyed this segment, okay? Because it was obviously about you. I'm joking.
No, but I loved it, actually.
I enjoyed the album. I listened to it with my wife, and really impactful. Like we heard the verse, we're just there like, man, this is good. So I really appreciate you putting out an album like this with the message like this. And guys, if you are watching, I'll link up. I should be able to link it up underneath, but if not, y'all all know how to search music, right? Yeah. So search Beauty Awaits by Dflo Music. This is his latest album. He's got 6 tracks on here. We talked about 3 on here. Cue one up, man, Bookie. I'm gonna play
a different one, or
whatever. Just something I'll play in the background. Okay, and then I'm gonna just throw the ball to your side. Any last words?
It should be playing now. Yeah.
Any last words or anything? What do you want to say to the peoples?
Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I hope that something I said, maybe impacted you, or something you heard in the music was impactful or relatable. Just like the title says, beauty awaits. So keep going.
I'm gonna do something funny. Watch. I'm gonna say, guys, thank y'all for tuning into the Failed podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us. I'm gonna let this play. This is another one, right? This isn't one of the 3.
Yeah, this is the intro song.
So y'all can listen to this, and I'm gonna walk over to the camera and zoom in on the thing. You stay right there. Show album. You stay right there.
Reality, we face that. No, it's a far-fetched dream, but still I got to chase that. Okay, this is the life that I chose to live, so I gotta find out where I can go with this. From the bottom to the top, but if not, I still won't stop. It started with a step and one thought. If I shine and you shine and we shine and glow, I know where we been, but look where we trying to go. Bottom to the top, ain't no stopping that for sure. One step, one thought, one goal. If I shine and you shine and we shine and glow, I know where we been, but look where we tryna go. Bottom to the top, ain't no stopping.